Wayne with SDM Fab on the hot air axe. Turns out I owe you an apology. I have not explained sufficiently enough. A guy from Wisconsin called yesterday and said, saw your new video, your math on the side doesn't add up. It says 1,600 cubic foot server room, 435 cubic foot per minute exhaust system doesn't amount to 2 minutes to empty the room. And I said, you're absolutely right, it doesn't. I said, it's because we don't empty the room. We only take about a third, let's say, of the room at any given point in time because it's thermostat controlled. He goes, ah! I go, yeah. I said, but you told me that I did not explain it sufficiently, which that's why I'm getting all nervous about making a new video yet today. Anyway, the hot air axe is the most effective and efficient system today that I've seen, and mostly because we developed it 7+ years ago and have been improving it and doing this and that with a lot of suggestions from people like you over the years. It's the side intake, all right? Drops an inch below the ceiling grid, as you can see on all of these models. With the exhaust, that's what we do. It's this is the base of one with a thermostat in it, all the way around, 360-degree radius. And what that means to you is you get better exhaust where the hot air is, where the steam is, where the smoke is, where the odor is, all right, and where the heat is, at the ceiling, because hot air rises. It's a law of nature. Mother Nature's finally helping me out as opposed to raining on my head yesterday. Okay. Why does hot air rise? It's a hotter molecule, it's faster, it's trying to cool. So it's getting up above the slightly cooler molecules, whether it's the steam, the odor, the heat, all right? It's always trying to get faster. As we pull in from a large radius, we empty that room of the hottest air, all right, faster and more efficiently than what everybody I've talked to is talking about is the equivalent of a bathroom fan. A tube coming down that pulls from here, all right? Because there is the temperature difference of 5 degrees between floor and ceiling, that's what we work on. We work on that first 2 feet, 2.5 feet, 3-degree temperature variation in the thermostat. It pulls the hottest air. As we pull the cool air in from the next room, all right, as on the diagram here, all right, we pull the coldest air from the next room, all right, this rises, all right, and we're using a server room for an application because that's where most of ours is. Whether it's an equipment room, a server room, a commercial kitchen, the principle remains the same. The hottest air is at the ceiling. It accumulates first and then comes down, all right? Bring the cool air in, pushes the hottest air up, thermostat turns on the system, and it exhausts it. Free exhaust like the 8 over here, all right, in a server room where it's nice, clean heat, all right, you can just exhaust it over the rest of the office suite and let it cool, all right. Smoke, odors, all right, steam, probably want to exhaust it outside, a lot safer. Anyway, what it amounts to is the tunnel exhaust, similar to your bathroom. If you look up at your bathroom exhaust fan, what you'll see is a grill with holes in it, all right? We don't have a grill with holes in it. Our holes are on the side so we can pull from the side. The tunnel pulls from the center of the room, skipping the first 18 to 2 feet of the hottest air there is, or the hottest steam or smoke or odors. they're all out here still. You're pulling from here, the center of the room, where it's already cooler because it's a couple degrees cooler. All right? What that amounts to is, in a server room application or any application, you're going to be pulling, especially in the winter, you're going to be pulling the coolest air from another area, a hall, a suite, an office, all right? And your heat is going to be going up through, all right, emptying out the other, and the hottest air is still up here. That's why we do the side intake, all right? It's exclusive, nobody's copied it yet. If one of the big boys gets into it, you won't be seeing my my voice, my videos anymore, which are kind of nervous, I must admit. Anyway, we pull in from the side, and the reason we do that is it's a more efficient, faster exhausting of the heat, the steam, blah, 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 okay? 73 degree server room is very attainable without an AC unit. The extra AC unit, the 6-inch horizontal, the 8-inch, which is pointed at you exhaust-wise, and the 12-inch over here, all right? The 6-inch is about a 1.5 ton AC unit, equivalent, all right? Up here, the 8-inch, we're about a 2.5 to 3 ton, and about a 4 ton on the 12-inch, because this exhausts 435 cubic feet of the hottest air in the room in a minute. All right. The 8-inch pointed at you, 745 cubic feet of heat, smoke, etc. in a minute. The 12-inch, 1,060 cubic feet of heat in a minute. All right. Not too hard to figure out why they're in use both daily and on an emergency basis. All right. Anyway, the SC6H, 1,600 cubic foot office, 75 degrees in the office next door. All right, the cool air intake at the door bottom here. The thermostat turns it on, set it at 77, let's say, if you want to hit 75 down here. Turn the thermostat on to 77. Air rises. The thermostat is met, that parameter at 77, turns it on. Pulls the hot air up, exhausts it out, the cooler air rises, you're getting more heat with the servers, all right? This turns off, as soon as the heat accumulates again, it turns back on. You're not pulling any more air from the main office, let's say, than you need to cool the server room. Matter of fact, if you leave these puppies on, your office is going to get quite cold in the wintertime. That's why you set the thermostat. It's a 3-degree variance, all right? Turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off. And that exhaust and rest cycle, if you will, is what allows the air to accumulate out here that you've just exhausted. Because again, the hot air molecules run up on top of the colder air, all right? It's going up and it's spreading out. That's when it starts getting exhausted, okay? The 3 main units that we use, and that will do 85% of the work there, is the SC6H, the SC8H, and the SC12H over here. As you can see, they're side exhaust, which makes it easier if you have to duct it out, all right, or if you're just directing it to another portion of the suite. All right. That's why this one is pointed towards you, this one is pointed this way. All right. The other variance is the SC, suspended ceiling, by definition. SC is suspended ceiling, the old guy's name for drop ceiling, all right, 6-inch, all right, 6-inch pipe, 8-inch pipe, 12-inch pipe, all right. H, horizontal exhaust, so it's a suspended ceiling, 6-inch, H, horizontal exhaust. All right. This one, the 12-inch SC12, suspended ceiling, 12-inch. As you can see, it's straight up, it's vertical, a little less labor, a little less money, but you do need about 5 feet. We had people complaining about bounce back. You know, they put them up at like 24 and 36 inches, and it was bouncing back. So anyway, it is a healthy exhaust stream when these puppies get rocking and rolling. Okay, that's how you cool for less. You exhaust the heat, you pull the cool air in from the next office instead of having your extra AC unit taking up space. Cost alone. Okay. These are less than 20% of the cost of an extra AC unit if you've priced them out. Installation is almost nothing. As you can see, these all have ropes and handles on them, okay? Which the big handle is a piece of PVC pipe, okay? Just makes it easier to get it up the ladder and in the ceiling. That's all it amounts to. Everything's fully assembled as we can do it. Everything's wired in, the thermostats are wired, everything's painted, even the new remote, which we're going to get into in a little bit, is wired up. We can't figure out, there's only one extra way we can do to save you money. If you're thinking that you need a handyman or electrician, it's a lot less expensive to order longer power cord, all right? $1 a foot, including shipping. You plug it into any wall outlet, any 110. We had somebody plug it into a 220. Didn't last very long, but 110 outlet. The 6-inch at 110 volts only draws 1 amp. The 8-inch here, pointing towards you, draws 110 volts, but at 1.7 amps. And even the 12-inch over here, or here, only draws 3 amps. So you can usually plug it into any circuit you've got with a 110 outlet, all right? If you need longer power cords, all right? With the test pigtails, all right, a lot of people do use extension cords if you've already got one laying around. You cool reliably for less installation, almost nothing, less initial cost, less than 20% of an AC unit, right? No leaks, breakdowns, space used, eliminate the weekend worries of sitting around enjoying yourself on the weekend and wondering if your AC unit is keeping up to the heat of the server room, which is still running, and checking your monitor, and every time your phone goes off, you're hoping that it's not an alert, okay? Anyway, a lot less worry, a lot less strain, a lot less cost, okay, and reliability, all right? Breakdowns, no. Simple system, pulls in from the side, older than the hills thermostat to control it, already assembled, motor. These are the brands that ended up, I'm not sure how many I looked at on the internet, all right? As far as what would work and what would work well for a long period of time. Initially I bought 6 or 7 different brands, bolted them down, fired them up, and just tried everything I could think of, from amp increase, ohm increase, durability, noise, blah, 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 blah. We've still got one in the summertime, cools off the warehouse here, and we're at, what, 5,000 square feet, all right? Doesn't cool it off to, you know, for Atlanta summer, but it keeps it slightly cooler than the outside air, which is great for a little 745 cubic feet fan, all right? Pulls the heat off the ceiling, okay? Even though it's a 20-foot ceiling here. However, breakdowns, no. 10-year warranty on the puppy. It's just durable. We've been out there 7 years. Same ones we started with. Occasionally we'll have a shipping glitch, which brings up shipping, which I have to apologize for. The shipping costs to me seem high, but it is a 24-inch by 24-inch by even the smallest one of the LCs. It's down to 15-inch box, so it's 24 by 24 by 15. And FedEx, while they do a good job, they're not the cheapest in the world. Anyway, the reason that it works, hot air rises, temperature difference between the floor and the ceiling, and we only pull the amount of cool air from the next room that you'll need. All right, it's that easy. Thermostat controlled, fully assembled. All right. Take the room test though. All right, you'll see it on the website. The 6-inch generally will cover 400 to 500 square feet. The 8-inch up here, all right, up to about 900 square feet. The 12-inch, all right, 1,500 square feet. But in the case of servers or commercial kitchens, anywhere where you've got a real high heat load, okay, you may need to step up. So look at the 3-minute room test. Cut your AC off that you're cooling the room with. Get a thermometer. Time it out. 3 minutes, 3 degrees. Anything higher than 3 degrees in 3 minutes, you want to step up or give me a call. I've talked to a lot of people on applications. 770-480-9913. The little smartphone which I recently switched to and have not mastered. Will send me the alarm and I'll go over and try to figure out how to work that little puppy. I'm not a computer or an electronics guy. I'm a mechanical guy. Function and function. All right, the name of my tunes. I love to see how things work. I'm even afraid every time I send an email subconsciously that it never got through. It always does, but I can't see it, so I can't see it moving, you know? Anyway, I'm a mechanical person, love mechanical things, and my son took over the computer before he booked out to college and put me even further back because at the time I was relieved, and then when he said he didn't have time anymore, I went, oh, I'm in trouble now. Anyway, one of the newer things suggested by some customers is a remote control. This is for intermittent. You get smoke occasionally. Religious ceremony. Some people have called in for smoke. It would be a good application. Steam in maybe a dry cleaning establishment, something like that. Although there is a humidity switch on the links at the bottom of the landing page that would appear to give a nice timed humidity level shut on and shut off, okay? But the remote is what people are asking for, hair salons, hairspray, things like that. They work real good, no matter how you turn them. They go on and they go off. You know, you can almost put them anywhere, and they go on and off. They're not like your little TV remote where you got to hit that puppy right on. Okay, this goes on and it goes off. Wherever you do it, it goes from 80 feet. When we tested it originally, where I was 80 feet out in the parking lot, through the walls of the warehouse here, through the office walls, through an old Riviera that I'm working on, to the unit where it was on test, and it's like you can't turn it, you can't fail with it, you know. There it's off, there's on again, okay? And it says on and off on it, and it's got a great feel to it, okay? It feels like it's substantial, as does the receiver. The transmitter just feels like there's some weight to it, so I like it. Intermittent can be wired onto anything, just as this is wired onto the SC6H, okay? That would be called the SC6H remote, all right? No thermostat, okay? What it amounts to is 0 thermostat, plain plate, side intake as usual, all right? No thermostat, and it just works very nicely. 2 remotes, wired up, basically the same price as the SC6H with the thermostat, all wired and ready to go. One other version is the switched models. Excuse me. No thermostat on them. Run your 110 to it. Plug in the switch of your choice, as long as it's a 110 volt switch. All right. Whether it's a timer, whether it's a program switch, whether it's whatever your imagination or your expertise needs. Okay. These are the 2 most common, the remote, the thermostat, all right, but you'll also see the SC6812 switched. All right. There are other things on the website, room cooler, if you're in a no modifications lease, where you can pull cold air up over the wall and shoot it down into the server room, kitchen, whatever you're cooling. Okay. There's quiet series. If you're using one of these in a small server room, okay, you've got people working in there, the quiet might be the way to go. It's a 2-panel, all right, works on the silver duct, flexed around, and drops about 10 decibels off the noise level. All right, people like that. Other than that, 24 inches and above, all right, on the vertical, figure 4 to 5 feet. The only problem other people will have is old buildings where they've been remodeled, put a drop ceiling in, and you've got about 15 inches, okay? The LC series, 6, 8, and 10 inch. Different fan motor, lower profile, everything else is the same. Can be controlled with a thermostat, can be controlled with a remote, or it can be switched. But the LC low clearance, LC6 at 335 cubic feet per minute, the LC8 at 660 cubic feet of exhaust in a minute, and the LC10 at 1,000 cubic feet per minute of exhaust. Right. 10-year warranty, fully assembled. Again, sorry about the shipping, they're big boxes, but it does save you some time fiddling around and you know, not getting it done right. Guy called me and said, my system didn't work. And I said, what's wrong with the system? He says, well, the contractor built it for me, but it didn't work. And I said, the contractor built it for you? He goes, yeah, the contractor built it for me. He said, he put an egg crate up there. He says, and I can see the hole up there. He says, but it doesn't exhaust the way you say it does. And I said, that's because he's not using our system. He goes, what do you mean? I said, we don't, the only egg crate we use is for the room cooler, where you're pulling cold air from one room up and over the wall and shooting it down to the floor in the room you want to cool, so that the hot air rises again. That's the tunneling effect. He says, well, it takes forever. He says, and it doesn't really work very well. And I said, that's because he saved you a few bucks, or he put it in wrong, or it's not thermostat controlled. He goes, I said, take a picture of it. I said, and send it to me, you know. And he sends this picture of a fan, has an elbow, all right, like this one, or like this one, got a 90-degree elbow in there, and he just put it in a regular AC supply, which came off at about a 30-degree angle, all right, 45 it appeared, and he put it on a wall switch. And he says, it doesn't work nearly as good as you say. And I said, that's because you don't have our system. I said, go to our website, I said, and look at the system that we provide. That's the only system we provide. And we don't do anything with an egg crate other than bring cold air into your room. It's not a good exhaust system. He says, oh, okay. I said, I am sorry. Anyway, young guy that, you know, function didn't mean as much as saving a buck on the internet, and I can appreciate that. Everybody wants to save a buck when possible. It's just some things you have to pay for the function. We pay for the quality of the fans we use. That's why we have a 10-year warranty on them. Everything here is steel, all right? that's not plastic, all right? It's not gonna warp. It's not gonna give it up. We do use a thin 26 gauge galvanized steel, basically because it's light enough to hold, all right, the product. You'll see reinforcing ribs inside. We build them to last. As you can see, I've been around a while, and the first thing you do when you build something is you build for function. The second thing you build for is durability. There's nothing worse than having something that you've built, you've taken the time, break. That doesn't work for me, and some guys like me. Some guys out the door, and who cares? My name is on it. You see what I look like. My name's all over the place on the website and my phone number, okay? I do not get those calls for breakdowns. I get the calls that say, thank you, you saved my servers. The auxiliary AC broke down this weekend. Your fan was up there pushing it out, pushing it out, pushing it out, and our servers made it through. Now all we got to do is get our AC working again, which if the guys thought about it, and I don't mention it, but the idea is to replace the auxiliary AC unit with something more reliable that costs less to operate, right, and is more reliable, okay, without the worry, without the constant, you know, am I going to get a call on the weekend? No, you're not going to get a call on the weekend. It's durable, and it is very simple. We weld everything we can. We bolt the things together that you may need to replace in 15 to 20 years. It's how I function, okay? I drive old cars around, okay? And people go, you're always driving that old El Camino or that old Riv or that old truck? And I go, yep. He goes, aren't you afraid of breakdowns? I said, nope, I build them. I'm not afraid of breakdowns. Yeah, occasionally something's gonna happen. It's the name of the game when you drive an old car, okay? However, remotes, simple, 2 of them, on and off, on and off, they go forever. Intermittent use. SC6 vertical, SC6H, 8 and 12 horizontal exhaust, easier to duct, easier yet to free exhaust out over the office suite. Thermostat control, all right? Everything's as wired and as assembled as we can do it to save you time. Longer power cord if you know you don't have an extension cord laying around, or you like that just plug it and play idea. Anyway, thank you for your time. We do have the do the room test, okay? Do the 3-minute room test. Servers kick out 14,100 cubic feet per minute. All right. That's a lot of heat coming out of a little thing, okay? But you can exhaust the whole room less expensively, all right, with the drop ceiling exhaust fan. All right. But do the 3-minute room test. You know, I'm unhappy when I see people spending extra money that they don't have to. It's probably because part of me is Scotch, okay? And they say they're notoriously cheap. And I'm not cheap, but I look at it as a value. STM, all right? Saving time and money fabrication, except I'm a slow typer, okay? .net. Saving time and money, all right? And getting